Hey, Greg Berzinsky for Beardbrand Alliance. A lot of guys cannot wait to go gray. I don't know what your hurry is, but stop muscling in on my territory. But sure enough, a lot of guys can't wait to get gray, and when they finally become gray, they notice that their hair is not that shiny color that they thought it was going to be from some of the celebrities in the past, or even some of your favorite YouTube stars. Your hair has a bit of a yellow cast. I'm going to talk to you today about why that has happened to you and how you might eliminate it. Stay tuned to the end of this video, and I'm going to give you my pro tip on how I get rid of that cast and end up with shiny silver hair. Stay tuned. That's right, guys. Gray hair is all the rage, and you've been waiting and you finally have your gray hair, and you notice that when it comes in, it's not silver, it's not white. It actually has a yellow tinge to it. So why does your hair have a yellow cast to it? One of the number one reasons why you have that yellow cast to your hair was its original color. If you were a redhead, or if your hair had very warm undertones. A lot of guys don't know that, but your hair has a particular undertone from red to yellow to actually green and purple. So if you have warmer undertones to your hair, so an undertone is like when you look at your brown hair and in certain light it has a red cast to it, or some people think you have dark auburn hair, you have a red undertone. Redheads obviously have a red undertone, and when your hair loses its color, a lot of that undertone is still in the shaft of the hair. And so no matter what you do, you might have those minute traces of that base color still in your hair, contributing to a yellow cast on your now white or silver hair. Guys who have a purple undertone, I have a purple undertone on my hair. When my hair was dark brown, almost black, it almost looked like that raven color, that blue kind of purple feel. So the undercast of my hair was not warm, it was actually cool. People who have that kind of undertone tend to have less yellow in their hair. Now, looking back in the past, you can see from this video, and I've talked about it before, when I had long hair, my hair developed a particular yellowy kind of brown tone to it no matter what I did. But it was primarily at the ends of my hair, which really was because of environmental things. The longer the hair was on my head, the more it started accumulating pollution, accumulating product buildup, and also heat. So let me talk to you about some of the other reasons why you might have an undertone to your hair and why your white hair might have a yellow cast. Talked about what is the makeup of your hair already. Then there is environmental. Do you work in a job? Say you're a cook. Are you around grease? Are you around cleaning products? Are you in construction? Are you a roofer? Are you around products where there is steam with different chemicals in it? They can actually attach to your hair and give you an undertone of yellow to your hair. And white hair is particularly susceptible to these kind of environmental pollutions. One of the number one environmental pollutions is self-induced, and that would be smoking. Whether you're doing pipe or any kind of tobacco, having smoke near your beard in particular and in your hair can give an undertone of yellow. You can actually see that a lot on guys who smoke a pipe or who smoke cigarettes or cigar. Their mustache and their soul patch will be yellow in particular. So it's all that smoke and all that pollution is around your face and it attaches to your hair. I touched on the third one. That would be product buildup. I was self-inducing the yellow cast in my hair by the buildup of products. And number 4, heat. Heat is something that can actually damage your hair and actually make it even more porous. When heating is done properly, you can actually add shine to your hair, but if you over dry your hair, and in my case, chemicals to dye the hair, as well as the heating process over time made my hair even more porous, and so it was picking up even more chemicals from products as well as from environment. So those are things you can look out for. So you have, what is your base color? You have environmental things. You have product buildup. That's it. Those are the things you can look out for. So that said, what do you do about this yellow cast in your hair? I was making this video and simultaneously there was a thread on the Beardbrand Alliance page. If you're not familiar with the Alliance, it is a membership group that you can join that basically costs you some money up front, but only if you buy product, then you're credited that money. But it is a select group of people who are beard brand enthusiasts, and it's a great place to go if you want to chat with like-minded people. And we're not just talking about beards, and we're not talking just about your hair care. People talk about their jobs. People talk about relationships. People talk about current events. Whatever you want to talk about, there's a place for you on the Alliance. So I suggest that you check it out. But recently, there was a thread put up about yellow in your gray beard, and had been an old thread, and it resurfaced. And certain guys were talking about what they do to eliminate it. The number one thing that people do on the thread to eliminate that cast of yellow to their hair is actually to use a purple shampoo and conditioner. Before I talk about that, I actually would say one of the number one things you can do is to go to a salon and have your hair analyzed. They can talk about the porosity of your hair and give you a suggestion on what you can do. So particularly if your hair is really yellow cast, you can have it professionally toned and color corrected. So that's one thing that you can do. A lot of guys don't have maybe the finances or don't want to spend the time to go to a salon, or it's really not that big of a problem that you can't take care of it yourself. So there are some temporary things that you can do to fix it. The number one thing, according to that thread and according to Greg Berzinsky, is to use a color correcting, color balancing purple or blue or violet shampoo. You're like, wait, there's more than just purple? Yes. Let me talk to you a little bit about color theory. So you can actually see here is a color chart. I don't know if you remember this from grade school or high school or wherever you were, but it has the colors around the edge. There are three primary colors. We have yellow, red, and blue. And opposite those colors, you will see there is the complementary color. So in the case of yellow, if you look across the chart here, it is purple. So what happens when you mix yellow with purple? They are actually neutralized. When you take red and mix it with green, neutralize. And when you take blue and mix it with orange, neutralize. And the science of color, these actually produce in equal amounts the same neutral kind of brown-gray tone, which is kind of fascinating. So it makes logical sense. If you have yellow in your beard and you want to neutralize some of that color, you're going to add purple. And that's what happens with the purple shampoos and conditioners. They neutralize the yellow that is in your hair. It's color theory, it's science, and it's actually kind of fascinating. So how do these work? They have a very small amount of pigment in the shampoo, and you can actually see some of these are very vivid in color. And it can be pretty scary. If you actually look at our friend Bud here, who is in the Alliance, he's actually someone who posted some of his pictures. This is him with the purple shampoo on his beard. Looks pretty frightening, but in reality, when it washes out, it eliminates some of the yellow in his hair, actually most of the yellow in his hair, and gives it a nice silver cast. So don't be afraid when you're using any of these products because they are temporary. And when I say temporary, if you stop using them, the product will wash out eventually. It's recommended that if you're going to use a color correcting shampoo, that you start by using it every second or third shampoo. See if you're getting enough deposit of the color, seeing if it's neutralizing your yellow. If it's not, then do it more frequently. If you start getting a very violet cast to your hair, you can actually go back and use your regular shampoo in between. So what I actually do is there are two things that I do. It really depends on how much silver I want in my hair. If I just want to eliminate any trace of the yellow in my hair, I will use my Beardbrand utility wash to clean my hair. I'm only washing my hair like once a week or so it's quite dirty. I like the smell of the Beardbrand products, and so I use my Temple Smoke utility wash to clean my hair really well. And then what I do is take some of the purple shampoo and actually wash my hair with that, let it on my hair for 1, 2, 3 minutes, rinse it out, and then because my hair is color treated, I might not necessarily do this if my hair wasn't bleached. I use the complementary conditioner that goes with the purple shampoo. And what I'll do is leave that on my hair for 2 to 3 minutes. And over time, the color will slightly build up and will eliminate any trace of yellow that you have in your hair. But beware, if you do this often, and if you are a person who washes your hair every day and you did this every day, in no time, you're going to look like Dame Edna here. If you continue to do that, your hair will take on a purple cast like my mother. My mother prefers that, but I realized that, how is her hair getting so purple? She only washes it once or twice a week. And then I realized when I looked at the back of her hair that she was not fully washing out the conditioner. So let me let you in on a little secret. Given what my mother was doing by leaving the conditioner in her hair, and then it would wash out. And I'm like, okay, it's not sticking, it's not bleaching, it's not permanently hurting her hair, because there's no peroxide or ammonia in these shampoos. They are not permanent. It just sets on the outside of the hair and washes off. I said, what if I actually just put that on my hair as a dressing thing? So for the past year or so, since my hair has been color treated, and since I'm not going back to have it professionally toned as much as a stylist would want me to, I developed a way of actually taking the conditioner, the purple conditioner, and mixing it with sea salt spray. And so what I do is I take squirts of sea salt spray, liberal amount, and you can adjust this based on how much hair you have and how thick your hair is and how long your hair is. And what I will do is I will take a drop of the conditioner, I mix that together to form basically a tonic, a hair dressing product, and I put that directly into my hair and I let it in my hair. So you can actually see here that I wash my hair and I style it about 90%, 95%, getting most of the moisture out of my hair. And then I take my little mixture of sea salt spray and purple conditioner, and I will put that in my hair, style my hair appropriately, finishing it off with a little blow dry and a little style. So that's the way that I use the conditioner. So what that does for me is I can use my Beardbrand products, my utility wash and softener, or use my utility bar to wash my hair, to wash my beard. And then I can just use a dot of that conditioner to get a little bit of the silver color in my hair and to knock out any yellow trace that I might have in my hair. And I actually think it is pretty easy, and you don't have to have all of these bottles laying around. So I would suggest doing that as a starting point. If you want to try to eliminate some of the yellow in your hair, start with that Greg Berzinsky method, which takes the sea salt spray, mixing it with a dot of the purple conditioner to make a hair tonic in order to put that on your hair just prior to finish the styling of your hair as well as your beard. Now, if you want more color, you're going to add a little more conditioner to that. If you want less color, a little less. So play around with it. You might want more sea salt spray to make more of a wet mixture for your hair. It's up to you, and it's something that you can experiment with. It's not permanent, and it's going to wash out. So if you get too much purple in your hair, too much cast of that purple, wash it out. No big deal. Use a little less of the conditioner. So that's my pro tip for you guys on how to get the silver hair and to eliminate any of that yellow cast that you might have in your hair. So guys, what have you used? I have used all of these products. Let me give you a list here. The one that I'm using here in particular is the Clairol Professional Shimmer Lights, and that's very easily accessible at any kind of drugstore, your Walmarts, your Kmarts, anything like that. I've used the Joica, Color Balance Purple, and I've also used the blue on my hair when my hair was long. That's my preference. When my hair was longer, I used the blue formula. We have Bud from the Alliance Group who used the Germax Silver Brightening Ageless Shampoo. So all of these products someone has tested out for you. That's a good place to start. But there are tons of them on the market and over lots of different budgets. So give it a try. You can start with the shimmering lights because it is easily gotten and pretty affordable. And you can get a very small bottle to the massive bottle that we keep in our house for my mom as well as for myself. That's it. Comment below and tell us what you think. And if this is a styling technique that you might want to use on your yellow hair, tell me if it works. And as always,
whoever knew sweat could smell so good? I did, because I've been using Beardbrand's new deodorant. Grab it at beardbrand.com.